Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with another daily update video, and it's the start of another great trading week. Just a reminder, there's only 4 days in this trading week because of Christmas coming up. So this trading week ends on Thursday. Same with the following trading week. So just remember that if you're opening new options orders or if you're trying to swing trade or buy shares. Let's get right into it. You know, we are on the Palantir bandwagon right now. So we're going to talk about Palantir. Some big news came out on the stock today. We'll take a look at that. We will take a look at the Robinhood trading graph for today. As always, we will do some updated technical analysis. And I think if you have shares or if you've bought calls on Palantir, you're going to like the TA today. And as always, we'll end the video looking at the option flow data to see if the big money, the institutional investors, if they agree with our sentiment. Let's get right into it. So taking a look at the heat map here, you can see mixture of green and red on the board, but mostly red. Today was not a good day. There was some bad news that came out about the illness that kind of affected the whole market. Even though the stimmy bill was passed this weekend, thought it was going to be a big green day today, but I think some bad news about the illness overshadowed that. Big tech was kind of flat. Apple, Microsoft had a decent day. The semis did not have a good day. AMD down almost 3%. Intel down over 2%. Honey Badger pretty much flat. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about Palantir. So here's the Robinhood graph on Palantir for today. Take a look at that. Up almost 10% on the day, 9.78%. Still rising after hours, up another 0.14% as I make this video about 1 hour into after hours trading. So great day on Palantir, and I think I know why. Let's take a look at the weekly graph. Kind of choppy, but overall up on the week. It's been up over 6% on the week. For the month, Palantir is up almost 47%. 3 months, it's going to be, take a look at that. Palantir is up over 185% in the past 3 months. Let me know in the comments below if you bought Palantir right when it IPO'd, because you are sitting pretty right now. This stock was just on a tear the past 3 months. Let's take a look at that news article that I saw that explains why we had such a big run up today. So here's the Yahoo News article on Palantir, and it's titled Army Vantage Reaffirms Palantir Partnership with $114 million Agreement. Before we dive into this, I like how this article, they have a paragraph about exactly what Palantir Technologies does. And they say they are a software company that builds enterprise data platforms for use by organizations with complex and sensitive data environments. From building safer cars and planes to discovering new drugs and combating bad people, Palantir helps customers across the public, private, and nonprofit sectors transform the way they use their data. So I take that to mean Palantir kind of aggregates, combines data, and analyzes it in an efficient way to deliver the best outcome. That's my kind of dumbed down version of what Palantir does. So look at this article. Why did Palantir jump 10% today? Well, this is likely why. The United States Army, the Program Executive Office for Enterprise Information Systems, or PEOEIS, they opted to partner with Palantir for a second year for a total price of about $114 million for the year. So last year in 2019, the US Army have selected Palantir for a $458 million production agreement to power what they call Army Vantage, which is a data analytics platform to facilitate data-driven decision making. So the first contract was only for a base year, for 1 year, and then there were 3 option years. So it looks like they have decided to use one of their second option years. And at the time, Palantir was awarded $110 million for the base year. So now they just got another $114 million for that second option year, which is great news for shareholders of Palantir, for people that have bought call options on Palantir. And what Vantage is, they say it's powered by Palantir software, and it provides a central operating system that enhances readiness and offers near real-time visibility and access to Army data sources on an integrated data platform. So again, it seems like Palantir software is analyzing and bringing the Army's data together so that they can make better decisions. So it says last year alone, Army Vantage has helped Army leaders make data-driven decisions in the battle against the illness, which supposedly has saved billions of taxpayer dollars to be freed up for other projects. And actually, just a month ago in November, Army Vantage received a Public Sector Government Innovation Award for making data analysis accessible across the Army. So it seems like the Army and Palantir have a very good working relationship, so much so that they already decided to exercise their option to get a second year of their service. Now, according to this article, it seems like they signed a base year and 3 option years. So there's the potential for at least 2 more years for the agreement between Palantir and the US Army. So this article came out early this morning, actually about 7 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm sure this is why Palantir pumped today. Let's see what the TradingView chart looks like on Palantir to see what we can see on the technical analysis side. So here's TradingView.com. If you're new to the channel, each candle represents 1 day of trading. I like to keep it simple with my technical analysis, so I use Fibonacci retracements, which you see by these colored blocks. I used RSI. I used the orange line, which is the 21-day moving average, and the pink line, which is the 50-day moving average. And I use that, and I make my own levels of support and resistance, and that's basically how I like to do my TA. So if you've seen some of my other videos on Palantir, you can see I've already done some TA. It looks like there was a wedge pattern going on, and by these pink arrows that I drew, I thought that there was going to be a breakout, either to the upside or to the downside, because you never know which side it's going to break out. It looks like, based on this candle today, we are breaking out to the upside. So I'm going to delete the bottom arrow, and I'm just going to move this arrow up, because I think today is the beginning of a breakout. So we drew these trend lines, and you can see this big green candle, because Palantir was up 10% today. We're breaking up and out of this wedge pattern. What I want to see tomorrow, I want to see confirmation that we stay green and trade above the wedge. I want to get a confirmation day tomorrow. I don't want to see a red day where we trace it back and sell it all off. If we confirm it today, I think we are in for a big move on Palantir right now. It looks like we closed the day right at my area of resistance, or a little bit above it, which is at about $28 or mid $28. So I want to see confirmation. I want to see Palantir close tomorrow again in the mid to high $28 range at least. And I think we do. If we do that, I think Palantir is going to go to the moon right now, because even the RSI, yes, it's a little bit towards the overbought side, but there's still room to go. So it's not even that overbought yet. The bounce intraday was right off this orange line, which you can see right there, which is the 21-day moving average. So that's going to be support. This trend line that I also drew at about mid $25 also is looking like a strong support. So I think if you wanted to trade options on this, let's say you wanted to run the wheel strategy, I would sell cash secured puts at least below $25. That way, you're below multiple areas of support. So if we do have a sell-off, you should hopefully have good amount of protection. If you want to get really safe, then sell it below $24, which is the next area of support, and also in line with the 38.2% Fibonacci level. That's what I would do if I were trading the stock in terms of trying to wheel it for options trading. Granted, this is not financial advice. I don't own any shares or options on this. If you're really risky, you could just flat out buy shares or do a buy right, where you buy 100 shares and sell covered calls against it, or just flat out buy calls if you really think that there's going to be a strong run up, and you can sell those calls later on for a little bit of profit. So I'm really liking the news on Palantir today. I'm really liking the technical analysis on Palantir today. Let's finish the video by looking at the option flow data. So here's the option flow data on Trade UI. We had 62 sweeps come in on Palantir. Take a look, because there's 3 pages of sweeps today. Mixture, though, of red and green boxes. The green boxes are bought call options. The red boxes are bought put options. So kind of a split between red and green, between calls and puts, which is interesting, because I was expecting there to be a lot of call options that were bought. So the option flow doesn't agree with the TA right now. But keep in mind, though, a lot of these options, some of them are for this week, December 24th expiration, some for the following week, December 31st. Some of these are monthlies, January of next year, March of next year. Here's a leap that's January of 2022. So a lot of different options being bought right now on Palantir, which is interesting. But we'll have to wait and see if Palantir does live up to expectations and just rockets to the moon this week. Let me know in the comments below if you have shares or options on Palantir. Let me know what they are, how you're doing. Make sure you're in our Discord server if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Reddit. But most importantly, have a green day and have a happy trading day.